Hi, I'm Debra Arrato with Ice Cream Emergency. I'm actually the franchisor of Ice Cream Emergency. I actually have Shireen here with me. She is our #4 franchisee. She's awesome. And I thought it would be great if we could ask her some questions about how it felt to become a brand new franchisee with Ice Cream Emergency and some other key topics that might help you. What made you decide into looking into an Ice Cream Emergency franchise?
Well, my husband and I always kind of dreamed about having our own business. We wanted something that I was going to be passionate about, and that was going to be pretty much me because my husband has a full-time job, so he doesn't really, I guess, need to work on the bus as much. So it was something for me and for us to be able to teach our daughter what it is to own a business, have that responsibility, and live a dream, really. It's what it came down to. So when my sister-in-law actually handed me a business card back in, I believe, February 2019. I then contacted you. I looked at all the videos that you had online and the pictures, and we thought, okay, it's a kind of a cool concept. So we decided to come meet you and Tony, and we were floored. We walked in the bus, and it was just like, wow, this is the coolest thing.
That's awesome.
And my husband and I just knew at that moment in time that this was something, it had to be. It was us. Everything about the whole bus, the concept, meeting you and Tony and just clicking right away, meeting some of the other franchisees, we all clicked. It was like one big happy nutty family coming together. And we decided we really wanted to be part of that family and just be part of this great experience. Especially when you come on the bus, you will know what I'm talking about.
That's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very much. Okay. What were the things that attracted you to the concept?
It was easy. After meeting you and Tony, obviously we clicked. I spoke to some of the other franchisees and we just also clicked with them. And I think the hardest part was reading a contract because I'm not used to all the legal mumbo jumbo stuff. But yeah, it was really easy. It was pretty much a turnkey scenario. You said, okay, I'm good to go. We signed the contracts. We ordered the bus. A few months later, here's your key. Here's your bus, pretty much stocked, and I was ready to go. It was a very simple process.
Did you like the idea that it wasn't brick and mortar, that it was mobile and you get to go to the customers?
So originally we actually wanted a brick and mortar.
Okay.
When we were talking about having our own business. We were looking into doing an ice cream burger place. And after looking at trying to find a place, first of all, that was somewhat affordable in a good location, in a nice neighborhood, good town, population. It was just so much stuff trying to go into it that it seemed very overwhelming. So when we saw the whole concept of us being able to just literally get a phone call, agree on the date, the time, and go to a party, be the life of a party, be the part of like the greatest experiences in people's lives, and then you get to pack up and go to the next one and you just throw parties all day long. I love that whole concept of being mobile and being part of people's events, whether it's a life-changing event or it could be an appreciation event. It just clicked with my personality and what I was looking to do for my life.
Excellent. That's great. Okay. Once you found ICE, what was the process of becoming a franchisee?
So it was actually pretty simple. You obviously meet Deb and Tony. You go through a vetting process.
Yes.
After the background check, we went through the process of coming up with a franchise agreement. Then,
don't forget picking out your name.
I was about to say
the name of her franchise, because each franchisee has their own LLC name, DBA Ice Cream Emergency.
Yeah. So mine's Ice Cream Dream. This was a dream of ours, and we made it come to life. It just connected with us. So yes, we became an LLC, ordered the bus, and Deb every once in a while will send us photos about the process of the bus, how she was doing and how she was being built. And then a few months later, she says, come on over, I got something for you.
Don't forget Ice Institute.
Oh yes, we did go through the Ice Institute, the Ice Cream Emergency University. It was 3 days of grueling training of eating ice cream and
and learning all of the
yes.
technical and the back office and everything. But yes,
Yeah.
there's lots of ice cream included.
It was
all
so
3 days.
grueling. But you know, it was really simple, easy process, nothing complicated. It was pretty straightforward. As far as the university goes, I had worked in an ice cream parlor before, so knowing the ice cream stuff was actually pretty easy for me. It was the back end stuff, obviously the accounting, which I still scratch my head with. I hand that over to Jared pretty well, my husband, and yeah, the doing the marketing, the phone calls, that kind of came naturally, and then the bus actually kind of sells itself when you show people pictures, videos of the bus. People want it. People want to be a part of it. They want it for their experience. So I found that the bus pretty much sells itself as long as I'm there with my bubbly personality. I'm fine.
Which is a natural.
But
Yep.
yeah, thank you.
Yep.
So yeah, it was an easy process. Nothing complicated about it. Very straightforward. So
Excellent.
yeah.
Okay. And what was your first event like?
Oh, okay. So my first event, it was my grand opening. We served close to 200 people. It was March of 2020, so I'm sure you could probably put a few thoughts in there. It was amazing. We donated to social workers in Connecticut at this family program in Danbury, and everyone's response was amazing. It brought smiles, happiness. I heard that the word even got spread down to the food shelter down the road, and everyone was coming in happy.
Yep.
We just made their day. Yes, it was March. I know it was kind of cold, but everyone, it just felt like a kid again, walking through, putting their toppings on, and they could have as much and as many of the toppings as they wanted. And it was just a wonderful day. It was great to be in there scooping, putting the toppings on, working aside Debbie. My husband was there, my daughter was there, so it was a great family event. I just worked my first training session of an ice cream emergency event. Most of them were kids, so it was Debbie and her husband Tony and I, and we served everybody within 45 minutes. It was absolutely amazing. The smiles, the expressions on the kids' faces when they walked in, the ice cream that they tried, they couldn't get over the flavor, the amount of toppings they could add to it. It was just really cool. It made everyone just feel special and appreciated because a nice little business decided to reward their customers with ice cream. And so they called an ice cream emergency. And it was absolutely amazing time. Music was playing. Kids were laughing. Kids had a great time. Adults, they felt like kids again. We even had a lady come and get ice cream for her 90-year-old mother who was sick at home. And she said it would just make her mother's day. Wow. This year has just... Never thought I would be owning my own business. It's a dream come true. That's why. Can't be afraid of trying new things, reaching for the stars, and creating your own business. Even if it's somebody's idea that you absolutely love and just want to share their idea because it's the most coolest idea ever. Share the dream. And definitely memorable because about 2 weeks later, we also had the COVID shutdown. So definitely a memorable event.
Yep.
However, we did make it work. We
Yep.
started off with pre-scoop packages of deliveries, and then when restaurants were able to open up again, we were able to open up our bus again. So we survived, and we had a blast doing it.
Yep.
And actually, considering it was a brand new business in my area, it was only likely exposed because you did some events in my territory, but people loved it, and we were all over Facebook and Instagram doing birthday parades and goodie bags at employee appreciation. So we had a blast. It was definitely an experience, but we're back to doing full events.
So I think what you're talking about is the event that you're describing was your grand opening.
Oh, yeah.
And that was where, when we do a grand opening, we actually donate ice cream to, maybe it's at a chamber event, and we have all the business owners and the community come, and we introduce ourselves. And of course, free ice cream is always a good thing. When COVID hit, we decided we are going to redesign our business model so that all the franchisees could still be successful, still make money, still be profitable. So we changed the entire business model from an event-based, where they come inside the bus, to literally 5 different packages of no contact delivered to the door packages. So each one of those franchisees were able to, like I said, make money, make people happy, still give away ice cream, and still make money. So that's a very important point. It's very, very flexible with this whole business.
Yeah.
And it was one of the things
We had to create things to survive, and
Yes.
that's a business. You
Yep.
always got to change, to improve, to make it better, to make it work.
Yep. But we did it. We all went on a Zoom call, numerous Zoom calls. But the first one was all the franchisees together. We said, okay, this is happening. What can we do? And we all brainstormed and came up with the no contact delivered to the door packages. So it really did work, and it was a group effort. The franchisees are part of our family. We all work together. We all have a common goal. We all have the same morals, the same desires, and that's to be happy, be with our families, be flexible, and scoop ice cream.
Very true.
Yes.
Add a few sprinkles.
Okay, so now people are watching.
Okay.
What would you tell a person who is interested in becoming an ice cream emergency franchisee?
The most important thing to know when you go into any business, what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. Ice cream emergency, it's happy. It's an experience. You bring smiles. You become a kid again as soon as you walk in. Even now, to this day, no matter how many times I walked in a bus, I still feel like a kid again, going to like the greatest place on earth. And no, it's not Disney. It's my ice cream truck because it's cool. It's full of candy.
Yep.
It's full of ice cream. It's everybody's dream. So to own your own ice cream emergency franchise, it's to be part of this crazy, nutty family. However, we're all there for each other. We will give you our advice, what has worked for us, what has not worked for us. We love to brainstorm with each other and just talk about things that has happened, or a funny thing that has happened at an event, and how did we respond to it. You want to be busy? You'll be busy. You don't want to be busy? You want to spend some time with your family? It's okay. You schedule that off. It's your own schedule, and it's yours. That's the biggest thing. It's yours.
Oh,
that was the biggest thing about it for me. It's mine.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Excellent.
Okay. Any other questions?
I don't think so. I will say that I do say this. I think I said it to you when you came and first met with us. Is one of my favorite events is I think it was some kind of a birthday party. I had all the people coming through, and then for some reason there was a lull. And a little 5-year-old boy came in, and he bounded in, he jumped on the stairs, and says, I could live in here. And It was just so exciting to see his face. So we gave him his ice cream, and then he went out the door. And then it was kind of strange. There was also another lull a little later, and an elderly lady came on board the bus. Mm. She was probably in her 80s, and she came in and she looked around and she says, thank you for making me feel like a kid again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, it was awesome. So she got a huge ice cream.
And be careful if you say you love whipped cream.
Yeah, don't say you
Just
like
be
whipped
careful.
cream. It's this big. Yeah. So thank you very much for
You're more than
giving us your
welcome.
time and for being an awesome person.
My
and
pleasure.
Awesome franchisee.
Thank you.
Thanks.